What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to another sunny review of Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition. And when I got this key, I didn't have much expectations after playing Sniper Elite V2 on the Switch and being, for the most part, pretty underwhelmed. But then I got my hands on Sniper Elite 3 and, well, things have changed. But before I go further, if you guys end up liking this video, hit that like button as it's just super helpful, and sub to the channel for more gameplay and review videos of brand new games on the Nintendo Switch. But without further ado, let's take a look at Sniper Elite 3 on the Nintendo Switch. First, to get started, the campaign mode features only about 8 levels, but while it only has about 8 levels outside of the first campaign, these levels are huge in design. The first one after the tutorial alone took me about an hour and a half, with the rest being even bigger than that. And as with any Sniper Elite franchise, the glorious X-ray kills are still here, and boy, do I never get tired of these. Now, I can see some people definitely be annoyed after a while, but this mechanic to me never gets old. As someone who has played every sniper character in every game for the last 15 years of gaming, these little X-ray vision kills are just absolutely brutal, gruesome, and glorious. And as always, this is a staple here in this franchise. Now, the level layouts in the campaign are pretty open on how to tackle each mission. Do you want to approach the level in a full stealth mode using your silenced pistol and doing takedowns, using the specific mechanic of covering the noise of your sniper bullets by shooting down a noisy generator, or do you want to go flat out full guns a-blazing? The beauty in this is you can approach each mission how you want, and I personally would use a mixture of both. Sometimes to go the full route of not being caught was completely dependent on me finding something to mask my sniper gunfire, which I admittedly had a hard time finding at times. So instead, I'd go the loud route and just pick off guys with my sniper and then move as to not get caught in the last position I was shooting at. This was key for victory because if you didn't, the entire level would come down on you if you stayed in a single spot. Now, the AI in this game seems to be an extra set of dumb. You have the ability to pick up and hide bodies, but it didn't matter because it really wouldn't put the enemy AI in much of an alert even after finding a dead body. The AI was extremely dumb and predictable and easy to outmaneuver. Granted, I did play on normal settings, so having this in a much higher difficulty setting could have possibly made more of a difference, but it seems to be a universal critique with this game is that no matter what difficulty, the AI is just plain dumb. But even with the AI being as bad as it was, there was just something satisfying about pulling off some stealth combo attacks with my silenced pistol and then taking a sniper shot masked with the sound in the background. The game gives you this feeling in the campaign mode of just being an absolute badass soldier, just kicking butt. I can't tell you how many times I felt that playing through the campaign mode, and honestly, that's what it's all about, feeling just like being this stone cold assassin. Now, to pivot to the controls, this might be what impressed me the most. Now, I'm primarily a PC gamer, and the mouse and keyboard are my jam, and I tend to completely stay away from shooters on consoles because, frankly, I can't aim to save my life. But I was able to get the sensitivity right, and the aiming just felt right, and it felt tight and on point, coupled with the many actions you can do, like healing yourself after taking a big hit, switching weapons on the fly with ease. The UI and the button mapping is just excellent here, and I just felt like I had complete control. The controls with the UI with Sniper Elite were just top-notch and on point, and for me, I was very highly impressed with this aspect as a whole. As per the performance and visuals, I felt this was a well-done port. Obviously, it's a bit toned down from the PS4 and Xbox, but I think the game looks great. We do have 30 FPS here, but it ran smooth all around. I had no hiccups or no points where something took away from the action happening on the screen. Handheld performance was also very solid all around. Sometimes the soldiers can kind of blend in a bit, making it a bit harder to see, but honestly, this wasn't that bad of an issue other than to just make a slight note of it so you guys can know. As for the other modes, there is some multiplayer modes and the ability to play with a buddy in co-op. I got to try co-op briefly with a random guy, and the potential for fun here seems absolutely immense. Being able to tackle these huge campaign modes is where this game is going to get a ton of value if you can find a buddy. There is also an 8-man online multiplayer player versus player that I was able to put a few hours in, and this was just an absolute blast. You can do a full-on deathmatch mode or do a team deathmatch. There's also 4 other modes here like capture the flag and something called Distance King, but I don't expect those to be played much on the Switch. The deathmatch modes were a lot of fun though, with people outmaneuvering each other and the sniper battles happening across the map. I had no lag or issues with the online portion of the player versus player, and I was able to get shots on point beautifully. The maps themselves are pretty huge, with plenty of sniper nests and places to camp. I think what I enjoyed the most about this from a personal standpoint is the fact that we are playing a sniper game. So even though I suck at aiming, most people are stationary trying to snipe each other. So me actually hitting people was possible. So I 100% enjoyed this more than I thought I would, but I do fear that after a few weeks these multiplayer modes won't exist much when the community starts to fade out a bit more. But really, the only downsides for me are maybe seeing a few more levels in the campaign would have been great. The sound can definitely be off. Like in the multiplayer maps, I would hear footsteps that sounded like they were in one direction, and it turned out it was in a completely different area, leaving me to get killed kind of easily. The AI is just completely dumb, as you can imagine, but really there wasn't any huge negatives outside of those for me. All in all, my time with Sniper Elite 3 Remastered was quite surprising. I literally had no expectations, especially after pouring time into Sniper V2 on the Switch and kind of feeling meh towards it. Sniper Elite 3 feels like a great step up from V2 and definitely worth your time. If you can play this in co-op with a friend, I think the value goes up even more. But even as a standalone, there's definitely a lot of fun to be had here with the campaign, with collectibles and medals and ribbons that you can collect as a side progression. The online player versus player is just a big time fun, and I think you won't be disappointed. My final score is a 7.5 out of 10. Unfortunately, there is a Switch tax here, as this game is dirt cheap on other platforms, so my rating is going to reflect that. But overall, I think you can buy this one confidently, even on just a single player, and have a ton of fun with it. So definitely watch out for it if you can find it on sale. But alright guys, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this review, please consider subbing to the channel for more game reviews and gameplay videos of brand new Switch games. And like always, if you guys can hit that button, as it helps others find my video and helps me out personally. And as always, I hope you all have a sunny day.